motion for the top? Can we keep the top? Wear a see-through leopard print top on the stage for you guys to not go nuts. One thing you should know about me, I'm Christi, before I start, I'm not what I would consider like a traditionally mentally well person. You know, you guys don't have to be scared. I have like the fun kind of mental illness. This will be a good time. Any other Lexapro baddies in the crowd? Fuck yeah, my girls. Yeah, I'm not doing mentally well. I'm not. I know I'm not though, because this week before therapy, I was just not feeling it, so I got on ChatGPT. And I said, Chat, what are some topics I can cover with my therapist to just like keep it light? You know? The truth is not an option. Chat was surprisingly actually very empathetic. The response immediately was like, that's okay, therapy is designed to meet you where you are. That's how I know for sure that ChatGPT is a woman, right? Because if ChatGPT were like that guy, he'd be like, here's what you do. You take your therapy copay and you upload it to DraftKings. Mental health-wise, that cancels out entirely. My favorite part about being a comedian, besides getting to make people laugh, is getting to be friends with the funniest people you know. It's so fun to have conversations with other comedians. They're making me laugh constantly. One of the funniest conversations I've ever had with another comic was with another female comic last week at the bar. And she came up to me and she said, Christi, I just love you because you have big single person energy. I said, Kaylee, that's a crazy thing to say to someone who's been married for 11 years. That's nuts. You must just mean that I seem like so unencumbered and independent. She was like, you seem like a slut, actually. I was like, absolutely, still got it. Slay. I am married. I married a white man. No, it's okay. I perform in like Logan Square a lot, and they don't always like that. And when I get crowds that don't like that, I'm like, listen, if I am with the white man, that's one less on the streets that y'all have to deal with. So who's the real ally here? You know? I'm doing important work. I married my college sweetheart. I was 19 when we met. We've been together 16 years. And you don't have to clap for that. I'm going to say some terrible things about him. No. We've been together. Yesterday was our 16th Valentine's Day together. And actually, honestly, some of my favorite things about him, I'm still learning. Like, my number one favorite thing about my husband, I didn't learn until 4 years ago when we bought our first house together. And suddenly I realized that he was so incredibly useful. I was like, damn. He started doing that. I didn't know he could do these things. He was like changing out light fixtures and stuff. I was like, that is the kind of stuff that will flood my basement, you know, if you catch my drift. Last week he was mounting a new TV in our dining room, and I bent over the table. I saw him being useful. I was like, oh yeah, you know what else you can mount, big boy. And he was like, get away from me. Mounting a TV is extremely stressful. Does anybody else in here a homeowner? You look like you would be. Ooh, this lady raised her hand. Make some noise for this woman getting it done. Oh yeah, dude. One thing that I think is funny is, as a comedian, most of my peers, they don't own property. And so when I say things to them like, oh, my husband and I, we just did a home renovation of our bathroom. They're like, wow, that's so fancy. You must feel so fancy. You must feel like so cool being in charge of a project because we hired people to do it. And I need people to know that if you're ever jealous of a homeowner undergoing a home renovation project, they're not in charge, okay? That's a false narrative, because if you are undergoing a home renovation project in these modern times and you are on a budget, as we all are, there are no contracts, okay? There's nothing official being signed. All you do is you hand a Polish man who speaks no English $1,500 cash to absolutely fuck up a room in your house. Just destroy it. And then you have to hope he comes back every day after to fix what he's done. That's crazy. You're like a captive in your own home. It's very scary, actually. They say that women, they fall in love with their captors, and I think that makes sense. Our project has been done for 2 weeks. I still text the contractor every day. I'm just sending him pictures of me like stuffing toilet paper into the toilet, like, Tomas, I need you. Come back. I did my first pull-up in 35 years off the towel bar last week just to get a reason to bring him over. This is a late night crowd. Can I say something gross? Yeah. I'm gonna do something gross. Okay. Just one horny girl in the back. Tell me you spent last night alone without telling me. No, that's okay. She had her vibrator. That's okay. Okay, make some noise if you guys watch pornography. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, so just a few brave souls and like 90% of you are liars. By boring in bed. I'm a very sex positive person. I watch a lot of porn, to be honest with you, and I don't have a problem with it. But what I do want to talk about, what I do have a problem with, is the ads that come before porn. Are you guys familiar with these? Yeah. Anybody? What are we doing with those? Have you guys seen this one? There's this one that really, I've seen the same ad every day for 2 weeks. Every day I log into Pornhub. You're looking at me like, why are you logging in? You do have to log in to leave comments, actually. That is the best part. But I've been seeing this ad. It's 2 shot glasses and they fill with jizz. You guys familiar? Targeted ads just for me. It's an ad on Pornhub for a product called Semenax, which is clinically, she's seen it, clinically designed to make men produce a higher volume of jizz. I know, I'm sorry, it's so gross. But this is more of just like a PSA for the fellas than anything else, which is that if your partner is not having a good time in the bedroom, more jizz is not gonna solve that problem. Hardly ever. Who's walking into your restaurant asking for all sauce, no pasta? That's sickening. Those are disgusting. I worry about my single girlfriends. It doesn't seem good out there dating. It doesn't. I feel bad for them. But I do like to play devil's advocate sometimes, because my girlfriends will say the things like, oh, I can't find a nice guy anywhere. Never met a nice guy. I'll be like, okay, the guy who took you to dinner last week seems so nice. What's wrong with him? Nice guy, used his straw so weird. I got the ick. The ick girl, what? That's a little after my time. I started dating my husband 16 years ago. I never got the opportunity to get the ick. Would have liked it, to be honest. If I could choose Nick today, it would be bicycle helmets. Listen, okay, safety first, I get it. But men did used to fight wars. We know that, right? Now they're covering their heads in styrofoam. Sorry?
Now they use Chat GPT.
Now they use... How many... Okay. Now they use Chat GPT to... I can't finish. Does anybody want to play Ad Libs? Anybody? No, I'm going to finish this joke. I would get the ick from bicycle helmets, but I don't have that opportunity. My husband's disgusting, okay? He's almost 40. All men of a certain age are. I hate to break it to you. It is very gross. Last week, he was going to go golfing, and he put on a hand-me-down golf polo from my dad, and when he went to hug me, he smelled like my dad's cologne. I was like, okay. But when you're married, you don't get that. Get the fuck out of here. I got the ick. I cannot do that, okay? So what do? I have to make lemonade out of lemons. He's leaving. He's wearing the polo. He goes to kiss me goodbye. I close my eyes. I go, okay, you smell like my dad. Just tell me you're proud of me. It worked, you guys. He has to wear the shirt every day now. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to do one cute, quick one before I get off the stage and bring Adam back up. My husband and I were dinkwads. Are you guys familiar with that term? Double income, no kid with a dog, very luxurious for our golden retriever. We spent a lot of money on this dog, honestly. She's 2. When she was a puppy, we got her a dog trainer. That's, yeah, $85 a session. I'm not a real political person, but I do think this is one hill I'm willing to die on. The level of attitude we're letting the dog trainers bring into our homes, we need to check that, okay? We gotta get that under control. Because this woman, she comes to my house, $85 a session. She looks me dead in the eye and she goes, oh yeah, this is really more about training you than it is about training your dog. I was like, okay, what am I paying you for? I just imagine my future out to dinner with my husband and a margarita goes by the table and he's like, Christy, leave it. Leave it? He shoves a chip in my mouth. He's a good girl. All right, you guys have been very good boys and girls. My name is Christi. Try to give it up for Adam.
One more time for Christy.